Well, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot early this morning. Basically just taking almost a, I might just go to break even here because it's early. And I was just trying to experiment with this range chart here and see if I can get these two bouncing off this box, which was a support level. It did the good M pattern that I like, the W pattern, broke up. I wanted it to get above that line right there. That was a support level. I wanted it to get above that line right there, and it did, and it turned red, and then I just bought when it started continuing up. Let's see if it continues up or not. It got to 2-to-1, so I should go to break even on this. I think I will. I'm on break even. I should have took my 2-to-1. I was too busy setting up the live stream. I don't normally live stream this early, but I figured I'm going to do a lot of live streaming. Try to build up the live streaming thing we got going on here on the channel. On this, I think I will. There we go. Okay, so that's the theory. The theory is after I saw, let's see the 15-minute chart. It's coming down to support. Yeah, on the 15-minute chart, you can see pretty clearly this level of, I wanted to see this lowest level get swept. So I created a box right there. We dropped down to our lower time charts. And we didn't have an agreement on the direction of both these time charts, so I went with just simply the liquidity sweep technique, which doesn't need anything but a liquidity sweep and then candle patterns. Once the candle patterns take place, after the liquidity sweep, trend line break, you get all the bells and whistles of a trade that's going to bounce here. It broke out. I said, I'm not going to get it. It kept going, kept going. I said, no, I need red bars. I don't like just jumping in the momentum without a defined risk. So the red bars give me a defined risk. My risk was underneath the bottom of this. Got in, put my risk in, everything was set. And so I would have taken 2-to-1. I might just hold this and see. Last night I had two beautiful trades that I should have just let run. I would have made 10 times as much, guys. I'm really, now that I'm on, break even, and this is just an early morning oddball trade that I probably didn't even plan on taking. I might just see what's going to happen here, because if it runs back up pretty high, that's going to be good. Plus, this is my PA account, so this could turn into real money here. It's only a micro, but let's see what happens. I'm excited about this. Worst thing that could happen is I can break even. But with these old legacy Apex accounts, it's on a trailing day, intraday trailing stop, which means I can't give back too much. I can't just let it go up 500 and let it come all the way down to break even and lose all that. So you could take little by little here, take profits on it. I could just, while it's going like this. This is always the problem for me. When do I get out? And I get out too early. And, I'm really, last night, like I said, I really could have had 10 times my reward. I only had 1 or 2. I had 2.5 on one trade, and I was like slapping myself, realizing, man, I should have just let this thing keep going. So this is a early morning trade I don't normally do on a micro, and we using the Apex funded accounts. I'm trying to get a payout in this thing. I'm gonna test my ability to hold it. I don't know, if it gets up to $100, I might take it though, because I don't want to give that back to these are the legacy accounts. If you get the profit up too high and then you lose it, it goes against your watermark. So there's almost a 3-to-1. Yeah, I gotta train myself to just see if I can let it run, man. The new Apex accounts have an end of day trailing stop, which means you could let it go up $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, let it come all the way down and hit your break even, and it's not going to reflect the intraday high, which is kind of nice. You can choose that option now with Apex. I'm just going to go to this pivot level here. Maybe I'll just try to do it pivot by pivot. Yeah, let's see what happens here. I am going to play some music, my good friend. I am. Let it run, let it run, let it run. Oh. All right, let's see if it'll go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Come on. No signal, huh? Well, you got power. All right. Now what? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Trying to get this set up, homie. See if we can get that. See if we can keep that up there. Well, we don't want it to come down. Here it comes.
Order filled.
Oh, you decided to take me out, huh? That's okay. It was worth a try. Right to that pivot level. I swept the pivot level. Decided to sweep the pivot level. It ticked you out. That happens to everybody, man. Some kind of news. Oh, today is FOMC day, don't forget. Yeah. So just come right down to stop me. If I'd have kept it on break even down at the bottom further.
Order submitted. Order filled.
It closed above it. I'll give it another shot. Dang. Wow, this thing's all over the place. I'm going to stop trading it.
You chose the cross, so we'd be called your own. Love that bears the weight of every guilty stain. When I see that great,
You did, oh, stop.
Order filled.
Forgot to put my stop in there.
not a distant silent power, but a
Better get that situated. What the heck is it not putting my stops in there for? Oh, it's $100 stop. Oh. We better tighten that bad boy up, huh? Let's go like this. Okay, the idea for that first trade is gone. There's no reason for me to try. The idea hit a 3-to-1, and I broke even on that first trade. I tried to get it again, and when it came back up over the top, looked like it was going to continue. And that was a legitimate loss right there for sure. Now, if I would have took my 3-to-1, I'd probably be happy. Wouldn't want to give it back. Wouldn't have got in that second trade. Got ticked out on the break-even first try, and that can put a little sting in your emotions. So I wanted to try it again, and then it got stopped out. So let's not continue that behavior. Price is back down at the level that it swept earlier and made a lower high, which means it could just keep rolling down. There's plenty of room for the MNQ to keep dropping. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. It's almost too strong of a move. We could go short here. And I should go short right now.
Order filled.
Go short. Oh, it's at a level. Dang it. What level's it at? Close.
Order filled.
I don't like doing it at those levels. Let's see. Made a couple bucks bets. What the heck happened to my day chart? Oh, okay. See, it bounced right off that level. That's yesterday's high, buddy. That's an important level. That's yesterday's high. Yeah, that's yesterday's high. What happened? It came right down to it and bounced right off the top of it. Now we could probably try to go long if we get a red bar ignored right here. A continuation to... All right, we're back. Back in business. A red bar ignored right here. A continuation to... Back in business. All right, we're back. Back in business. So I did get out of that. There was a bounce. I didn't want to short that into the bounce, but it looks like it would have worked. Well, well, well. Would have worked for a second. Let's see. Take a closer look at this rascal. Yeah, it'd be coming back to stop me out. Yeah, so anyway, when it hits that line, and that's previous day's high, man, you got to be careful with that, because if you're trying to short it down past previous day's high, which I tried to, I didn't realize I took the short here and I got out immediately, and it looked like it might have kept going, and you probably could have got something out of it. I wouldn't say a 1-to-1's impossible there, but that's yesterday's high. And here's your perfect reversal pattern right here. This pattern is what's absolutely perfect reversal pattern. You get a W, you get consolidation, and you get a continuation. So, and then that's yesterday's high on top of it. So there might be a long here. It's coming back to entry, coming back to where you would enter on that. I could take a try on that.
Order
I'll
filled.
give it a shot. Let's see what happens. It's okay. It's a reasonable.
Order
It's a
submitted.
reasonable spot. Stop is underneath the red bars down here at the bottom. See if you can come back up over the top of that. We'll see. If it starts dancing around yesterday's high, up and down, over the top and under the bottom, I'm just going to stay away from it. But I will give it a shot. Let's see what happens. I mean, I like the pattern. It already swept. It did its thing. Maybe there's a probability on the higher side that it'll go up now. I was trying to short this down, saw everything going down here. I said, let's get in, and then I didn't my chart wasn't showing that line. I wasn't paying attention. I saw that line. I got out immediately for like a $3 win on it, and now we're going long because of the area that it's at, the pattern that it developed, the red bars that we use as our risk limit. And if it loses, that's fine. These are the kind of trades you want to lose. You want to lose good trade setups. Probability is eventually those good trade setups will go in your favor. And the more good trades you lose, the closer you are to profitability. So, and the emotions just can't get in the way. Let the rookie traders laugh at your losses. Let them have a good time in their ignorance. They don't know any better. They're probably, unless they change their thinking about losses, they're never going to get anywhere with trading. Losing is a good part of being successful. And if this loses here, it's going to tell me what I need to do tell me where my thinking needs to be. And it will probably be that I need to stop trading, because in this area where the high is, if it keeps dancing around the high here, and chopping around at that level, it's very difficult to take trades. So that would be, don't take any trades. Don't take any more trades.
Order filled.
Okay, so there you go. It's consolidating below that line now, and a push down here could happen. I just don't want to dance around with it right now. On my exponential charts, we do have the sell going though. Higher tick chart, the lower tick chart are going in the same direction. It's right at yesterday's high. It's back below, it's above, it's below, it's above. I hate trading like that at a key level. Hate it. All right, so yeah, I'm switching over to maybe a demo account here. I don't want to give back too much of my PA money for the payout coming up. So if I feel like I need to take a short here based on practice and intuition, I might switch accounts. I really got to stop trading. I'm building up these demos so dang high. I need to just build up the Apex account so I can get a payout. It's getting ridiculous. Just trade the PA accounts. I'm feeling like a short is definitely interesting right here, though. Yeah, look at that, though. Look at that behavior. Over the top, under the top, over the top. Let me see what the risk would be. Yeah, there you go. If I would have shorted on that little pen-tailed peaky, I would have been already out. And how many times have we got in a trade and it instantly went against you? So what's it doing? It's making a higher low here. It's making a higher low at yesterday's close. If it takes out these pintails right over here on the higher tick chart, if it takes out these pintails, that's going to be a good sign for a reversal bull move, because they just couldn't sell it. If we get a strong candle right here, but I need to see the other time charts saying, hey, we're going the other way. And if I don't have an agreement on these two charts saying the same thing, I only took this chart trade down here because it has the classic beautiful pattern and it's right at a key area, and you know, it did get 1-to-1. I could have broke even on that. I didn't have to take a full loss. But my training right now is to do not move your stop loss.
Order canceled.
And that's my next stage of growing. Right now I'm at a phase where I keep moving my stop to break even, and I'm not getting 4 and 5 and 6 R returns. Like last night, I could have really cleaned house, but I took a 2 R return on something, and it went to like 6. Moving my stop too early, so I'm going to be taking more 1-to-1 hits, and that's just something I have to realize and understand. Here's another good pattern. I like this pattern, but see over here on the left side, it's not. I want to see it get above that level. Yeah, I want to see it get above this level here, and then give me a red bar ignored. And then I got to figure out, do I really want to take a $48 loss on this thing if it doesn't go up? And I think I do.
Order filled.
All right, I'm going to give it one more shot here. I'm going to see if I can hold this thing. It's a $54 trade. I made a higher low. Made a higher low off the yesterday's level. And heck, man. Problem is fear and anxiety of the trade. Just let it go. Just let it go. You got to talk yourself. You got to talk yourself into staying in the trade. It's so weird. Oh, exponentially speaking, we want that left side to get above those moving averages. That'll give us a lot of confidence in the continuation. But why did I take it? I guess I'm still taking it based on yesterday's close level. I just think that level, that bounce, and all these patterns and higher low, and I just think this is a key and classic reversal pattern. We see it all the time. Why not take a trade on it? So my rookie days, I would just break even as fast as possible when there's some green on there. My rookie days, I'm getting to the intermediate level of trading now where I'm able to hold at least for a 1-to-1. I think I have that down where I'm no longer afraid of losing my first risk level on this. I'm just not. And trading live will help me just continue to get over that, because if people laugh and stuff, that's really going to help build my confidence that, hey, I don't care about losing. I don't care what people say. I don't care if I lose. I have to hold. If my statistics are saying that I am not holding long enough, and if I just learn to hold, some of those wins are going to way outweigh the losers. And now that I know that, I have to hold. And I have to take those losses. I have to take them one after the next if possible. Take them. Just take it. Take the loss. So let's see what happens. Now, again, if this thing comes crashing back down, back below the low of yesterday and lower than this pivot, that's going to really, really be a frustrating thing. And I will probably stop taking trades based on yesterday's high. Right now, it's still valid because of the higher low, the rounding out, the head and shoulders pattern, people call it. It looks good. But if it were to crash right now and take me out, then I would probably go to a simulator, because that would be 3 losses in a row on my PA account. I don't want to give back the money that I made in that account too much. But now it's getting up to this box area up here, which was a resistance level because of the pivot levels. And it's hitting it right now. You usually get a reaction. If the reaction is can be tiny, which I hope it is, the reaction can be devastating, and it could be the day's high level right there and never get higher than that for the rest of the day. But there will be a reaction at that pivot level. The question is, how intense will it be? And it looks like it's pulled back. For whoever's trying to short that, we need to get this cleared out for me to hit my target. So these red bars would have to be cleared out, and maybe it'll come down lower and deeper. But I'm going to keep my stop down here. I'm not going to go to break even anytime soon. That's another one of my problems, going to break even too fast. Yeah, because of fear. So I'm not going to go to break even too quickly on this. I want to at least hit the 1-to-1 target up there. But it's got to get through this pivot level of resistance that we see. Let's go over here to this chart. Might show us a little better. Yeah, that pivot level of resistance. Hopefully it'll continue, and it, just based on this chart here, it hits down. I mean, it's trending down. Again, we're using the ultimate day chart. The day chart says it's a green day. It is above previous day's high peak, and it has been pushing for the last 3 days. So there's room for it to go up. There's empty space here. There's room for it to go up. As long as it stays above yesterday's level, which we just bounced it, as long as it stays above that, we should be going long. And I just wish my exponentials would agree in that direction, which they might be starting to do that now. But this could also be the turning point to the downside. It's hitting that pivot level, and it's barely over the moving averages on the higher tick chart here. So we'll see. I'll take the loss, and if this loses, I'm going to switch to a simulator until I have a few wins in the bag. I've learned to do that. I'm not going to. I've got 8 Apex accounts. I could switch Apex accounts, but if I'm feeling the rhythm off, I don't. There's no reason for me to take trades until I build my rhythm back up, my timing and my syncing with the market. And there's no sense in doing that. Keep trading, good setups, but if you have too many in one account, you don't want to do that. So this is going to be very interesting. Now it's bouncing off this pivot level. So ping-ponging in between pivot levels, that's what price does. So those guys that shorted up there made their money to the downside. Now it's bouncing off this pivot level down here. And look what it's doing. It's going right back up. So the question is, what does the day chart look like? Well, we just saw the day chart is above yesterday's level. The day chart is above yesterday's level. So I'm not too concerned about the pivots that are resistance at the moment, although they could be the ones that are going to determine the rest of the day. Just because price is above the previous day's level doesn't mean it's impossible for it to reverse. So we can get a middle finger day, and that will stop you out for sure. But on the exponential charts, this is what I want to see. I want to see this crossing above the moving averages, bouncing off pivot levels, changing direction, and that will give me a whole lot more confidence on this trade. Whole lot. And it did take out those pintails we were talking about. It sure did. Question is, will it continue to go up? Those pintails right there. It's good that it took those out. We want to see it bounce off of that area in general. And it did already once. But it's in between two pivot levels. Which one's going to win is the question. That is the question. So we have a trend line up here coming down. Oh, that's one of the problems. See, now you got the trend line and the pivot level both acting together. So, and it's a 50% Fibonacci level for this move down. So that's what the shorts are looking at. They're looking at all that confluence. They're saying, hey, this is going to go back down. We got the Fibonacci pullback. We got the trend line. We got the pivot level. This thing's going to go back down to retest the bottom. So yeah, and it could, absolutely. It certainly could. So my bet's on the long side based on the previous day's level and the momentum for the last 2 days. That's where I'm at. And that's why you have a market. Some people think long, some people think short. Both can make money on this trade. I mean, the shorts should have already been able to break even on their shorts up here. I say take the short. My risk level puts me out of range on any type of one-to-one shorting, so I'm out. I don't take big giant positions, so I can have a little bit more wiggle room. So I'm perfectly okay with the shorts making money to the downside right here. Let them do it. I think you should short that breakdown right there, get a one-to-one, and you know, see if it
Connection lost.
see if it will go further. But I can't be in two positions at the same time. Apex doesn't let you short one account and long another. I don't see why you can't do that. It's two separate accounts, two different legitimate ideas. I mean, it's not the same account. So I'm interested. My plan is in place. What I'm going to do, how I'm going to respond, what I'm going to do going forward is already decided. If I take a loss, we're switching to simulator. We're going to wait till we have a couple of good wins, and then we'll go back to a different Apex account. I'm not going to keep trading the same one. 3 losses has got me near $40 right now. I don't want to give back any more than that. If this trade hits positive, we'll be actually green in the account, so that's good. But if I take another hit on it, I'm not going to trade that account. Even if I do go back to the Apex funded accounts today, I will switch accounts. We will see. It's hitting that trend line again, isn't it? Yep. Hitting that trend line. Take a look at that old trend line here. Let's see what it's looking like. Just now starting to trade my Apex accounts with because I've been trading that simulator, building it up thousands of dollars. I'm like, what am I doing? I need a payout. I need some real money. So then I take these trades today with it and have these losses. But that's how trading is. That's the way trading is. And that's why people don't make it in this business, man. People don't make it in there because of the SOLs, the series of losses that they have. It's the way it goes. Now we're getting like it's bouncy. Let's see if it can hold these pintails that were developed to the short side here. Because yeah, if price action is just acting schizophrenic, it's not following good form, it's not flowing in good rhythm, it's not respecting levels, at least in my direction, and it's doing pretty good on the short side here. But I'm still hoping, it's a hope trade, that previous day's level will be victorious here. But that looks beautiful to the short side. And I'm asking myself, couldn't I have waited to get in this thing? Why did I get in right there? Let me just examine that real quick. Maybe there was a red bar ignored. Yeah. I need this to 250. 250 tick. That's too many. It is 250. There's 250. Rename. 250. Okay. Yeah, if it takes out the previous day's high again, comes down and takes out that pivot level that was a higher low, that to me is behavior that I can't go long. Now, if here we go again with the exponentials crossing to the downside. I mean, shorting could be the direction it wants to go and the way I will go. I will go short. I have no problem going short. I just want to know for sure that that previous day's level is going to fail. And right now it looks like it's holding, even with all this pullback right here. My stop is in the right area, it's in the perfect area. I want it to prove to me that it's, that it's going to fail, and that it's that it's acting schizophrenic, and to go past this level right here after that big candle, that will solve that problem. I'll have a good sense of how I should look at this. Have a good sense. So there goes the beautiful short down, very close to previous day's level again. This could be a higher, even a higher low. See what happens, but see if it starts to trip out, then I'm just going to have to accept my defeat. Yeah, honestly, just go, man, that thing got me this time. And it'll make me want to hold my wins even more, because last night I could have cleaned house. I think I made 500. I could have made 1,500, or I know I could have done twice as much. Yeah, look at it. Simulator, demo. Demo is 600. Where is it at? The demo. Yeah, the demo is 500. I mean 500. Now I started trading my Apex account. I'm down 62. But that could have been so much more. I didn't even hold that demo. It's a demo account. I'm not going to pretend to make money. That's ridiculous how people do that. But the loss is real. The loss is definitely real right there. Real in terms of PA accounts. I could get a paycheck from that. But all right, let's see what happens here. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to take the loss, actually, because then I can maybe go short and actually make it all back, which is quite common if you get the right direction. I've made 5 losses in a row trying to get it, thinking it's going to go bullish one day, and I said, man, this is short. Look at everything, it's short. Finally got my timing right and made it back in one trade. I was like, that's how I need to be. That's how I need to be. Hold that winner and make it all back and some. So the win rate is low when you do that, though. People don't like low win rates. They like high win rates. They think that's successful. High win rates don't mean anything. Profit expectancy per trade is what you need. What is my profit expectancy? I think it was like $43. Every trade is expected to make $43 in average. I've taken 170 trades on the NASDAQ, on the NQ. This is the MNQ. Buddy, if you come get me, I already know what my plan is. So I'm not scared. I'm not being intimidated. I'm not biting my fingernails here. I've already proven time and time again, if I take a series of losses, I can make it all back. Thank you, God. So I'm not worried. So come get me, come get me, come get me, come get me. Help me make the right decision on which way to go. Come get me. And if you're going to megaphone on me, then I definitely don't want to be in this. Once the price starts megaphoning, come get me. And I'm not even toying with you. If it starts going megaphone on me, it's got to break this bottom down here, though, in order for that to happen. Go. So now you're back down below previous day's level. Those shorts got a good deal. Everything was lined up for that. I didn't even see the trend line either. 50% pullback. You can see it on this chart right here. 50% pullback. There was a trend line. Oh yeah. So yeah, let's develop some candles here to the downside. I'll go down. I'm not there. You want me to go down? I'll go down with you. From now on, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to try any fancy business at this key level. I'm just going to wait for these charts to line up like they are now, and I'm going to follow them. Higher tick chart, lower tick chart, follow them. And especially if we get the 5-minute and the 5,000 to agree that, hey, that's the direction. If these charts agree, that's 1,000. Here's the 5,000. Yeah, the 5,000 is beautifully to the downside. 5-minute, 5,000, and the exponential charts are all saying go short. Then I'm going to go short. So I do expect this to get hit, absolutely. If it doesn't, it will literally be a miracle. But the question is, when can I short this thing? And I'm ready to go short, really. Maybe I should wait for it to take out this pivot level down here. Take out the pivot level and then give me a green bar ignore to give me some consolidation and
Stop filled.
push lower. Let's see what happens. I don't want to trade this account. Let's just switch to a demo again, man. Let's switch. I'm switching. I'm not going to keep losing over and over in the same account. We're down $100 in that account. 3 trades. Forget that. There's the pivot level. What do we got? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. What's going to happen when it breaks this pivot level? See, I like these green bars ignored. I love that. I've just made some mistakes. Previous day's high did not work. It did not work, and I was fixated on it with several trades. Did all 3 of them? I think I hit winner earlier. That's bouncing off that pivot level. If all you're trying to do is do a liquidity sweep trade, well, look at that. On the 15-minute chart, there's some longer term pivots that it's bouncing off of, which could spring it right back up over the top of previous day's high. So you got to contend with that. So the short might not work. See, that's syncing with the market is so tricky. Here's a green bar ignore. I'm going to short this if it goes down, though. Sell stop.
Order submitted.
Let's see here, and I'm okay with that because it would be a continuation to the downside, and I'm okay if it pops back up and stops me out on this one because if I'm out of sync, I'm out of sync with the market. That's okay. Don't be afraid to take the trades that are reasonable. My exponential charts
Order filled.
They're all saying down. Treat this like real money. Treat it like real money. Your mindset for the demos have to be real money oriented. You can't play games just because it's a demo. You can't. So there it goes. I want to take 2 to 1 maybe, or should I just? It's a strong move down. You see, okay, if it's breaking that pivot level, the next level down is way down here. There's a pivot level right here. Let's see if it'll get to that blue line right there, which will give me 3 to 1. I could go to break even right now. I don't want to get greedy. It's pretty stretched out. It's pretty stretched out. Let's see a green bar ignored right here. It's pretty stretched out. I could add to this trade actually.
Order filled.
Let's go. Add to the trade. Break even on that add. Come down, buddy boy. Come on down. Come on down. Good flow, good movement. Come on. Come on down. I'm break even on that add. Don't come up again. Keep coming down. Come on down. Come on down. I'm actually going to go to break even on that other one too. Put it where my entry was at. So I'm break even on both these trades. Come on down. Trail it candle by candle. Break even on both of them. I'm just going to break even on both of them and let it see if it'll come down here. Got to switch directions when the market tells you to switch directions. You can't be afraid to add when you see another potential setup. Put them together. It's fine. If it doesn't work, so what? Your mind and your training and your psychology and your perception and your execution and the process that you use is what's important, not the win or the loss. Rookies are worried about their win rate too much. They don't understand losing good trades is a good thing. They don't get it. And I want to take profit so bad on this, but I'm just going to try to see if I can trail one of these candle by candle maybe. I don't. This is going to go to the pivot level here. If that's the case, my target is way down here in that box area actually.
Stop filled.
Okay, so there we go. One of them made a little bit of money on that. 73 to almost 10 points. You can't keep going, that's fine. Keep going. Create a lower pivot would be nice. Let's put it right on that pivot level right there. Wish I could have done this on the real money. Hit the target. Maybe
Target
I should trail
filled.
you. Okay, so we made $77 on that trade. That blue line just represents a pivot level. I can see on the 15-minute chart. It could bounce right there. I don't want to mess with it. It's stretched out pretty far down. So that's good to have. 1, 2, 3-hour return. That's better than 2. I like how we added to the trade when we had another opportunity added right here. Let it hit target without, just let it hit target. Don't worry, just let it hit. Hold your position, let it hit, and break even once you get down. It starts little by. I could have continued to trail these pivot levels though. I wish it didn't stop me out of that second trade so quickly. We got 10 points on it though. So now what am I going to do? Well, it's below previous day's level, which means it is no longer a bullish green day in my opinion. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, see that pin tail? It's below yesterday's high. It's still green because it's above yesterday's close. So it's got a bullish rating of 1 and not a bullish rating of 2. Which I like the bullish rating of 2. It's above yesterday's close. It's above yesterday's high. that's where you just let it run, man, let it go. But now it's only a bullish rating 1. And if it's got a pintail that's 50% longer than the entire body, that bullish rating 1 is not very good, because you got such a long pintail on it that it's a bearish candle. So the current price is about 60% lower than the high peak. So that's coming down. It's coming down. We look at all of our charts here, everything's down. Everything's down. There's no reason to try to buy this right now. If it, we had our chance way up here, and it did. I could have gotten 2-1 on one of these trades. I could have been positive. I got to practice holding. And at some point, my winners are going to totally knock out the losers. I don't care. Everybody's like, well, you should have took a profit. You should have took your profit. That's how I was thinking, man. That's how I was thinking. I don't want to think that way anymore, okay? Because I see what my stats are saying. I need to hold my winners. So I'm gonna go with what the math is saying. The math is saying take more losses and hold your winners. That's literally what my stats are saying to me. Take more losses. Can you believe that? My stats are saying you need to take more losses. Okay. Well, that's what we're going to do then. All right, so get rid of that. We went short here on the breakdown. You break down the, this is exactly what I needed on this short. I needed to see green bars ignored, this green bar area right here. I needed to see that ignored to the downside. Same thing, green bars ignored where we added, and at the pivot level, and with all the time charts saying the same thing. And they all said the same thing. Was that the 5-minute chart? They were all saying the same thing, so I felt comfortable with adding. Why not add to the trade? Sure. That's when you do add. You add when everything confluently agrees and syncs up and lines up and gives you the highest level of probability and confluence. You add to the trade like we did right here. So adding to this trade right here was only because everything was agreeing on all my time charts. And it hit my target right here, so we closed out the trade. That's a pivot level. We can see clearly. Let's see on a 60-minute chart. Yeah, you can see it on the 60-minute chart over here, this pivot level right here. But this box represents the entire area of consolidation from the highest peak to the lowest peak. And we've all thought that, oh, it's going to bounce off the top of it. No, it's going to bounce off where it exploded up. And oh no, it's going to sweep the bottom and then bounce. And all of those are probabilities. Okay, all of them. It can hit the top of this box where it could find support. It can go down in the middle of this box where it really exploded with strong momentum. Or it can just decide to hit those stops down at the bottom and then go back up. If it's going to go back up at all. We don't know. We have no idea. All we can do is look for really reasonable trades with limited risk. And right now, the reasonable trades is to the downside. Limited risk is based on the green bars being ignored. We know exactly where our stop loss is going to be, how much we're going to risk, and we know exactly where the entry point is going to be. And this is the trading we're doing to the downside right now. These charts agree that it's time to short. The 5-minute and the 5,000. And in case you don't know what my exponential charts mean, it's just one higher chart is 10 times greater than the lower chart, exponentially larger. So if you use a minute on the right, use a 10-minute on the left. If you use a 100 tick on the right, use a 1,000 tick on the left, and so on and so forth. Coming to that box, we might get, you see, I just don't know if I trust my trading on counter trend trading right now, because once it hits this box, we might see reversal patterns that could tempt me to try a little quick scalp to the long side. I'm just saying, I'm not afraid to do it. This line is essential. This line right here is yesterday's close, which if it starts to go below that, we're no longer going to have a green day on our hands. We're going to have a red day on our hands. So we are shorting in a green day, but we made that decision because it fell below the high of yesterday, and the pintail is longer than 50% of the daily range. So even though it's above yesterday's close, the giant pintail on it and the fact that it fell below yesterday's level says we can short now. There's nothing wrong with shorting, but shorting to what? Back down to yesterday's close. That's really where I should have let my target be instead of that pivot level on the 15-minute chart. If just one candle, one little candle on that thing, I was like, one little candle right over here, right there, that I wanted to get my target to. But yesterday's close is a much bigger draw. So we'll see if it keeps going down or not, but it hit the top of the box, and lo and behold, look what happened. If it does some consolidation right here and a push up, there's your first reversal pattern. These are classic reversal patterns, happens all the time. You get a W pattern, you get a consolidation, and you get a push. I mean, you'll see that on every chart. I wouldn't blame somebody for taking that. I'm not going to do it. I want to see what it does down at the close. I think it still wants to go to the close, so I'm not interested in taking the first test of this box area. I just don't want to participate in it personally. But here's your consolidation and higher low. If it closes above that 20 EMA and that pivot right there, if it's your first trade of the day and you haven't, you got to get your feet wet, and you like counter trend trading, I can't blame you for trying a 1-to-1 on it. I really can't. But here's a short setup. This is a better short idea. Exponentially speaking, we have the push down. This green bar can get ignored right here, and there it goes. So let's see what happens here as a short side. Let's see what would have happened if we just shorted right there. Got a $44 mental trade going on. We get short right here. It wasn't enough room to get to that dotted line for a 1-to-1 return. So I don't know if I would be interested in taking that trade if I had time to think it through. Better would be to take it up here when it ignores that green bar, anticipating it to go to the dash line. There's your reward entry. There's your better risk reward right there. Based on this green bar up here though, which is smaller. For me, I like as little risk as possible. So the trade would be done higher right up here somewhere. So I'm pretty sure it's going to test yesterday's close now. And if it comes slamming down through there, we're going to have to look at everything differently, a lot differently, because if it right now it's a mix between, I wouldn't even say it's bullish anymore, even though it's above yesterday's close. It's got all the qualities of a bear day, except one final piece. It is above yesterday's close. It still is. And that's the only thing that, the bulls could have to hang on. Once it gets below that, forget about it. What's your bull sensation for? Where could you even glean any information about trying to go long on this thing? You can't. There's nothing there. Except for counter trend trading and bounces, you could try to find, it's bouncing off Fibonacci on the big picture, and this is an area that could bounce. I think that is the last bull play here. The last bull play is if it bounces in this area, or in this box even altogether, depending on how much you're willing to risk. If you could put your stop way down here and still play this long, even if it closes below the close, just look for reversal patterns down here in the lower part of the box. For me, I think the algos want to take it out. Let's see if it takes it out and then reverses and then gets back over yesterday's close. Once this bottom of this box is taken out, we can think all the stop losses have been swept, and there may be no more reason for it to continue down if it's going to be a bullish day. It wants to go down there and bust everybody's chops first. So let's take a look at that on the 5,000 tick chart here. You can see that box. Well, there's another pivot. Shoot. There's another pivot even lower than that, but you're always going to find another lower pivot. There's always going to be, well, there's another lower area. I'm just talking about this consolidation area right here where it's exploded up. That low pivot is the low part of the box. Yeah, you're always going to find lower pivots somewhere. If it wants to keep going and sweep this level, I mean, sure. Market will do what the market does. Okay, it just now fell below. Let's go analyze this. Let's watch this. The more we watch price action and study its behavior and patterns, the better we're going to be. Simple as that. And it consolidated and it's pushing. So that's a short. That is a short. I'm thinking about hitting the short button. Let me see. I'm thinking about hitting the short button here. That's a $20 short. Probably does want to go short right here. Why would I not do it? I don't know. I'm pausing for a moment for some reason. I'm looking at this 5,000 tick chart going, there's room to go down there. Did I lose? Oh, I lost my connection. No. Look what this thing did. While I was on freeze, I was frozen for a second there. Look, if I would have hit the short,
Connection lost.
Oh. Yeah, you could have got triggered out right there. I could have gotten triggered in right there and stopped out immediately on that spike. Welcome to the NASDAQ. Welcome to trading. That's just the way life is. Don't be a rookie about it. Laugh about it. Accept it. Hold your winners. Your winners will always make up for any of the lost totalities. Holding the winners is the key to trading successfully. Hold the winners. All right, so let's see what it does. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. I don't like it to be too cluttery. I don't like that pintail spike, but it could be a good thing. I don't know. Is there any news that just came out? I have no idea. 8:30. Got 9 minutes till PPI is out on Wednesday, today, the 18th. Yeah. And then don't forget it's an FOMC day, which this market could chop around and do some wild, ridiculous stuff. Some people don't even trade this day for that very reason. Back above yesterday's high. Now, I'm not going to get involved in trading this level like I did on yesterday's high. I got chopped around. It put a bad taste in my mouth. But if I didn't get chopped around on the high of yesterday, I'd be looking to take some trades right here at the close of yesterday. And the first one was going to be a short, which I would have gotten stopped out on. The second one would be considering a long if the pattern works. But I don't even know if that's more risky. It did come down quite a bit, and it could need a breather or a bounce because it is right in the smack dab middle of all this consolidation. So there's a lot of different ways of looking at it, and you got every way of looking at it because there's so many different traders out there. Everybody's looking at this a little bit differently. A little bit differently. So I'm